You think buying a used car is the smart financial move. Everyone tells you that. Your parents, your favorite finance YouTuber, that guy at the office who won't stop talking about his 2003 Camry. But here's what nobody tells you. The math has changed. A used car in 2026 isn't the bargain it was in 2019. And a new car, the thing financial gurus call a depreciation trap, is costing some buyers less per month than a 3-year-old version of the same vehicle. I'm not saying go buy new. I'm not saying go buy used. I'm saying the rules you've been taught are wrong, and the data proves it. So which one actually saves you money? Let's find out. But first, I need you to see the number that changes everything. A new car loses about 12.5% of its value the moment you drive it off the lot. By the end of year 1, you've already watched roughly $5,900 evaporate. By year 2, 30% gone. The average new car in the US costs about $47,100 right now. That same car, 2 years later, is worth around $33,000. In 24 months, $14,000 disappears into thin air. This is where the used car crowd says, "Told you so." They point at these numbers and the conversation ends. But the conversation shouldn't end there, because depreciation is one line on a 5-line bill, and the other 4 lines, they're where the real money lives. Here's what most buyers never calculate: total cost of ownership. Depreciation plus interest, plus insurance, plus maintenance, plus repairs. Over the actual number of years you'll keep the car. By the end of this video, you'll have a simple framework for deciding which car to buy, not based on what people tell you, but based on your situation, your budget, your timeline, your tolerance for surprise repair bills at 7 a.m. on a Tuesday. Let's start with the obvious question. Is depreciation really the enemy? Here's a strange fact. The average American keeps their car for 8 years. 8, not 2, not 3. So if you buy a car and keep it for 8 years, the depreciation curve flattens. By year 5, that car has already lost 55% of its value. The remaining years, years 6, 7, 8, the car barely depreciates anymore. It's already done the bleeding. My neighbor bought a brand new Honda CR-V in 2018, paid $31,000. Everyone in our building, including me, told him he was burning money. Buy used, man. 2 years old, saved 10 grand. He ignored all of us, drove it for 8 years, sold it last month for $12,500. He paid about $2,300 a year in depreciation. A 2-year-old CR-V back in 2018 would have cost him about $24,000. The depreciation savings? $800 a year. That's less than what most people spend on coffee. Now, here's where it gets interesting, because $800 in depreciation savings can disappear instantly once you look at what the bank charges you to borrow that money. You saved $7,000 buying used instead of new. Congratulations! Now, let me show you where that money actually goes. The average new car loan rate in 2026 is about 6.4%. For a used car, 11.4%. On a $40,000 new car loan at 6.4% over 60 months, you pay about $6,800 in interest. On a $30,000 used car loan at 11.4% over the same term, you pay about $9,400 in interest. That's an extra $2,600 just for the privilege of buying used. Half your depreciation savings gone. Depreciation is visible. Interest is invisible. And invisible costs are the ones that bankrupt you. But we're not done. Let's talk about maintenance. A new car comes with a warranty. 3 years, sometimes 5. If something breaks, you pay nothing. A used car, 5 years or older, costs an average of $800 to $1,000 a year in maintenance and repairs, according to Consumer Reports. And those are averages. You could get lucky. You could get very unlucky. Imagine this. You just spent $29,000 on a used car. You financed it at 11%. 6 months in, the transmission fails. No warranty. The bill is $4,200. Now suddenly, that $7,000 you saved buying used feels like the worst trade deal in the history of trade deals. You didn't save $7,000. You just prepaid for a transmission you haven't met yet. So at this point, you might be thinking, okay, Fernando, you're telling me to buy new. Case closed. No, I'm not, because the math flips completely depending on one variable, and that variable is how long you plan to keep the car. If you're the kind of person who trades cars every 3 years, and about 40% of buyers do, then used wins, and it's not close. You let someone else eat the steepest part of the depreciation curve. You drive a nearly new car at a meaningful discount. The higher interest rate hurts, but not enough to erase the savings. But if you plan to keep the car for 7, 8, 10 years, the calculation inverts. At around year 4 or 5, the total cost lines cross. After that, the new car buyer comes out ahead. Lower interest, lower maintenance, predictable repairs. The depreciation you took early gets spread across more years. 3 years? Buy used. 5 years? It depends. 8 years or more? Buy new. The smarter you are with money, the longer you hold, and the more buy new actually saves you. But even that framework has traps. Some cars don't depreciate like normal cars. Toyota Tacomas, Jeep Wranglers, Porsche 911s. These things hold value like they're allergic to losing money. A 2-year-old Tacoma sometimes costs more than a new one because the new one has a 6-month wait list. Then a luxury sedan where the gap is massive. In that case, buying used makes no sense at all. The discount doesn't exist. On the flip side, a BMW 7 Series loses 40% of its value in the first 2 years. 40%. That's not depreciation. That's a clearance sale. If you want luxury, used is the only logical play. A friend of mine bought a 3-year-old Mercedes S-Class for $38,000. The original owner paid $98,000. My friend got the same leather seats, the same engine, the same wow effect pulling up to a restaurant for $60,000 less. He set aside $5,000 for repairs every year, and in 3 years, he's never spent it all. So the question isn't new or used. The question is, which car, for how long, at what rate, with what warranty for your specific life? Here's your framework. 5 questions. Answer these and the decision makes itself. 1. How long will you actually keep this car? Be honest. Your past behavior predicts your future better than your intentions. 2. What's your credit score? The gap between new and used interest rates is biggest for people with average credit. If your score is below 700, the used car loan penalty is brutal. 3. Does this specific model hold its value? Depreciation isn't universal. A Honda Civic and a Maserati Ghibli are not the same conversation. 4. Do you have an emergency fund for repairs? If a $3,000 repair bill would wreck your finances, you need a warranty, which means new or certified pre-owned. 5. What's the actual out-the-door price? Not the sticker, the financed total. Depreciation plus interest plus insurance plus expected maintenance. Over the years you'll own it. Run those numbers. Don't guess. The difference between guessing and calculating is the difference between a good decision and a story you'll tell at parties about the worst financial mistake you ever made. You started this video thinking the answer was obvious. Buy used, save money, win. And now you know. The truth is messier than that. The used car you buy today at 11% interest with no warranty might cost you more over 5 years than the new car you were too scared to buy because everyone told you depreciation would destroy you. Depreciation matters, but it's one chapter, not the whole book. So tell me in the comments, how long do you typically keep a car? And have you ever done the full math, or did you just follow the buy used rule because everyone told you to? I'll see you in the next one.